Hey gang, it's the average guy here. I'm coming at you with a review of my brand new Fitbit Charge 2. Those of you that follow the channel know that we recently posted a review of the Fitbit Aria scale and the Fitbit Charge HR. Now, shortly after I did the review of the Charge HR, the band for the device actually started to peel off right here and fall apart. So I contacted Fitbit about it because the device was really only 6 months old, and they offered me either a brand new free replacement of the Charge HR, which I thought was very generous and appropriate, or they'd take 30% off a new device if I wanted a new device. And I like the latest and greatest. I wanted the opportunity to do another review, but I also wanted some of the features that this device comes with that the other one doesn't have. So I opted to buy myself another device at 30% off, and there you have it sitting in front of you. So it's the Charge HR, the Charge 2, Fitbit Charge 2, and it basically has some improvements over it that the other device didn't have. Number one is the charging cable, which you can see right here. Anybody that had the Charge HR knows that it had this really strange cable that it hooked up to, and it didn't always hold in there, and so sometimes you thought you were charging it, but you weren't. Well, they replaced it with this clippy thing, and basically it sits inside the clip, and as long as those two prongs in there are touching the appropriate prongs on the back of the device, this will clip on and hold tight, and it'll charge up and it won't fall off. So I think that that's somewhat of an improvement, although this is a little bit ungainly. Honestly, I don't know why they don't just put like a micro USB on these things so that you don't have to have some special cable, but whether it's another way to make a couple of bucks or some reason that I don't understand, there you have it. So let's start looking at the device now, because that's probably really why you're here. So I want to make a quick comment about the size of the device. My wrist is right around 6 3/4 inches. I bought the large band. Honestly, if your wrist is any smaller than 6 3/4 inches, get the small, because I'm on the second to last hole on this thing to secure it on my wrist, and if I was any smaller, the large would be too big. So keep that in mind, 6 3/4 inches. Conveniently, you can change the band on this device. That clip and that clip come off and the band disengages. So the next one I get, I'm going to get the small band if I change the color or go with a different type of strap, because I don't want to have, a whole pile of extra bands sticking out when it's locked on my wrist. Now, check this out. This has a brand new OLED screen on it, and I've got a screen protector on mine because I did damage my Charge HR right away, and I didn't want the same thing to happen to this one. But you'll notice that the screen has a lot more on it. You've got the time, the date, the steps, and your heart rate when it's on your wrist, right? And it comes on the same way. It's got the tip feature, right? Or you can hit the button and start it up. But also, as you thumb through your features, you'll see your exercises, and I'm hitting the screen to show you how it scrolls through the different exercises. You set these exercises in a priority order in the app, and then when it syncs up, it puts them in order on your device itself. And what you do there is, the old device, you just pressed and held the button and it started tracking exercise, and then you had to tell it what exercise you did at the end. It would auto recognize running, maybe walking, but that was about it. This device, you scroll to your exercise and then you press and hold the button and it will start tracking that exercise, and when you're finished you press and hold again and it will finish that. Now this is handy for me because I typically do cardio and then strength training, and so I can go to what I do is basically I scroll through until I get there. I get on the bike and I press and hold start and it'll track my bike. Then when I get off, I hit it again and I'm finished, and I can move to weight training, press and hold, do weight training until I'm done, and then stop. I really like that. It gives me a distinction between the two exercises that I'm doing. Additionally, this will Bluetooth to your phone, and if you go for a run, when you come back, it will automatically show you a picture of a map with the route that you ran, as long as you have the GPS enabled and the Fitbit app allowed to access it on your phone. Really like that. It did eat up, I ran a 5K today and it ate up about 5% of my battery running the GPS on my that's my phone battery, but at least I automatically had a map and I didn't have to worry about going to some other third-party application to track my route. So I'm really pleased with that. I'm also really pleased with the fact that it measures your VO2 for you. It takes your maximum heart rate and runs a calculation against your resting heart rate, and it tells you basically how cardiovascularly fit you are, and the HR doesn't do this, and that item is found under the heart rate section on the second screen where all the graphs and charts are in the app. So overall, I really like this device a lot more. It has a lot more features. You can allow it to notify you when you receive text messages, or you can tell it not to, and that's actually right off the main screen. You just press and hold. It says notifications off. Press and hold. Press and hold, and notifications are on. It'll deliver who texted and what the text is, or who's calling if you choose to do that. There's a little bit of configuration you can do within that to customize it on your own. I'll let you do the research on the pricing. Again, I got 30% off mine, but I think they run somewhere in the 150 range. I feel like it's worth it. To me, I want a fitness tracker first and a watch and you know, texting and all that stuff second. Otherwise, I would have gone with, you know, either an Apple Watch or the Surge or something else. But really pleased with this. I think you will be too. Certainly, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below or shoot me an email. Thanks for watching the video. We hope you got some value out of this, and we'll see you on the next one.